How's it going, everyone? I hope you're all doing really well. It is well and truly the silly season for Mullen Automotive at the moment. Firstly, we obviously had well, maybe not obviously, but there was an 8K filed after hours yesterday on Friday, which was a promissory note. I'll talk about that in a second. Also, we've also had Cal from Financial Journey dip his toe back in with Mullen Automotive, which is kind of funny given that he was issued a cease and desist letter and sort of seemed to have severed ties with Mullen Automotive. So I'll talk about that a little bit as well, and just talk about my thoughts about where things are going with the company right now, because this promissory note is pretty significant. So if you haven't seen it, it's basically the company's going to receive $32 million in cash and need to pay back $50 million in a short time frame. It's it's an interesting one because we don't really know what this money's going to be used for. There's been speculations out there that there could be some sort of acquisition, some small acquisition. In my mind, I don't want to see Mullen buy anything more right now. I don't think that's what they need to be doing. I think they need to be actually focusing on streamlining their production and bringing their costs down. And obviously this note's not going to help with that. So it could be an acquisition, but I don't know what that might be. There might be I know they want to produce their own EV batteries and stuff. It might be something to do with ramping that up. The other thing it could be, and I've heard other people speculate this, it could be literally just to help fund their ongoing finances, their running costs. It's no secret that Mullen's got a very high cash burn rate. They're burning somewhere between $10 and $20 million a month, basically. Like that's, after any revenue, they're still losing that sort of kind of money. And that, so the $32 million might tide them over for a few months. It would only represent maybe 1, 2, or 3 months of their current cash burn rate. So it's a tough one. David, in his letter to the shareholders following the stock split, did say that there is going to be a need to raise some money next year, and being on the Nasdaq was important for that. But that kind of indicated to me, people, that there would be some sort of, dilutive action, that selling more shares to raise more money, which has been the common form of pain that shareholders have had. But this promissory note it's covering about $18 million in interest. Basically, the face value is going to be $50 million. They borrowed 32. They have to pay back $50 million. So that's going to be interesting. So how they cover that extra $18 million, I don't know. With the note, the $32 million, you obviously want Mullen to do something with it that's going to return at least $50 million in value to the company. Otherwise, it's just kind of, pretty toxic money that they've borrowed, and I don't know if that's really what we want right now. There's been a lot of toxic money go through Mullen Automotive in the form of the way they've done equity raises through some of the institutions and stuff. So this could be another kind of bad Christmas lunch, I think, coming up for Mullen Automotive. And that, who knows? Fingers crossed, they might actually have something big to come associated with this note. But this does not, to me, on the surface, unless there is something big coming, this does not look like good news for Mullen Automotive. Now, the other thing that was quite interesting and really ramps up to the silly season is Financial Journey. Cal made a return, not just on X but also on YouTube. He made a video about this same topic, the promissory note, and he was kind of very cautious. He kind of, he's obviously, I think he's very burnt by what's gone on with Mullen Automotive, and can't blame him. But he's also taken a very sort of, I guess, realistic approach that, like, well, Mullen's, burning through a lot of cash. That's what he got, the point he made. And this promissory note only really covers 1 to 2 months of their cash burn. But the other thing too is he made a few comments on Twitter about, or X, sorry, about Mullen and their rally and then the sell-off. And people go, "Are you back?" And he just writes, "Nope." Doesn't say anything back. He goes, "No, I'm not back." And then in his video, he also commented on that too. So I guess I don't know what that means in regards to his cease and desist letter. Like, I sort of speculated, like, I don't think those things are very, worth too much. And, he's allowed to have an opinion on things. So, I don't think that cease and desist was really worth the paper it was written on. But at the same time, I don't think Cal's in a hurry to get back into Mullen Automotive to any great extent. I know he's got a lot of followers who, are interested in what's going on with Mullen Automotive, and he's has been a great source of information on the stock. But I think he's kind of ready to wipe his hands with it. But, we'll call it his transition phase. New year, new Cal, we'll call it. Anyway, looking forward to next week. We've obviously got only a shortened trading week. I think it's 4 sessions. It will likely be reduced volume in the sessions. There are no, there won't be much from the institutions basically happening. Now, sometimes this is a period where stocks can kind of actually float up a little bit in value. Now, whether or not that's the case for Mullen Automotive remains to be seen. Mullen Automotive tends to buck the trend of whatever the market's doing. When the market goes up, Mullen tends to go down. So it will be interesting, and especially with this promissory note, we'll see how the market, like those participating in the market, see it in terms of its bearings on Mullen Automotive. The stock managed to finish back below $10 on Friday. After I did my video, we were seeing just about the $10 mark, which means we're sitting at about 9.5 cents per share pre-split terms. So we're kind of in a pretty bad spot. So either way you look at last week, it was a week that finished in the red. We're not near the all-time low, but we are hovering above it. Good news is that we are still significantly above the $1 mark, and that means we've got 18 sessions to navigate to stay above it. And we've got a good buffer, but you can see with this low liquidity how quickly price movements can occur in the stock, so keep an eye on that too. I think this promissory note's going to have a bit of a negative weight on the stock too, so it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see if to pay back the promissory note, that's going to be one of the reasons they conduct another equity raise. I still think that is in the pipeline for Mullen Automotive, even though they've borrowed this money. I don't know what this money is going to be used for, but we'll see. Anyway, I'll leave it at that. Share your thoughts on the promissory note and all things Mullen and Cal's return. Love to hear from you all. Hope you're all having a great weekend, and if I don't speak to you again before, have a great Christmas. But I'll try and do one more video perhaps before then if there's anything worth talking about. Anyway, till next time everyone, may the markets trade in your favor. Cheers.